Before you get on a call with me about Aesthetic Accelerator, watch this entire video. There is a lot of bullshit being sold to aesthetic clinic owners right now. Revenue guarantees, lead guarantees, crazy ROAS screenshots, and promises of a fully booked calendar before anyone has looked inside your business. I understand why those offers are attractive. You want certainty. But after more than a decade working inside aesthetics and across sales, marketing, operations, and leadership, there are things I will never promise just to get you to sign a contract. These are my biggest red flags, and some may be about the agencies you are considering, while others may be about how you think about growth. Red flag number 1. Someone guarantees your revenue before they know your numbers. If somebody says, give me advertising money and I guarantee a huge revenue result, stop and think about what they are promising. That result may be possible, but possible is not the same as responsibly guaranteed inside your clinic. Before I make a projection, I want to know what it costs to generate an inquiry, how many become consultations, how many show up, how many convert, your average patient value, treatments, pricing, margin, follow-up speed, response process, and capacity. If I do not know those numbers, what exactly would I be basing a guarantee on? Nothing. First, we establish the economics, then optimize them, then scale what works. Red flag number 2. Your agency is celebrating leads while you are wondering where the money is. An agency may report a lead total, but how many were contacted? How quickly were they contacted? How many responded, qualified, booked, showed up, purchased, and how much revenue was actually collected? You cannot deposit a lead into your bank account. If nobody calls, your receptionist is unsure, your messages sit unanswered, or consultations do not convert, marketing will not save you. The lead is the beginning, not the outcome. That is why Aesthetic Accelerator combines acquisition with what happens after acquisition. Red flag number 3. You think more leads will fix a broken sales process. Imagine your bathtub has a massive hole in the bottom. Would your solution be to turn the tap up? No, you would fix the hole. If your team responds slowly, never follows up, gives inconsistent answers, consultations are not converting, or old leads are untouched, spending more money can simply create more opportunities to lose people. Sometimes you need more demand. Sometimes you need better conversion. Sometimes you need both. My job is to figure out which one is actually happening inside your clinic. Red flag number 4. Nobody in your business can tell me your numbers. How many inquiries did you generate? How many consultations were booked? How many showed? How many bought? What is an average new patient worth? If the answers are mostly, I do not know, we have a problem. I am not saying that to attack you. It is extremely common. But you cannot intelligently scale something you cannot measure. I do not want us saying the ads feel like they are not working or that we feel we need more leads. I want to see the patient journey, the acquisition cost, bookings, attendance, conversion, revenue, and exactly where the opportunity is being lost. Red flag number 5, you are being sold ROAS without understanding what is behind it. A screenshot can look incredible without proving a healthy, repeatable acquisition system. What was spent? What was actually collected? What was attributed to the campaign? What was the treatment value? How long was the sales cycle? Was this new patient revenue? Was an existing database involved? What happened after the lead came in? Can the result be repeated? I do not want one exciting screenshot. I want to understand the machine that produced it, because once we understand the machine, we can make intelligent decisions about putting more money into it. Red flag number 6, someone pretends the agency controls every variable in your business. An agency should be accountable for strategy, campaigns, creative, optimization, systems, sales processes, and agreed work. But your team's execution, capacity, pricing, availability, consultation experience, patient experience, process adherence, and implementation also matter. There is a partnership here. If someone pretends they control everything, from somebody seeing an Instagram ad to money landing in your bank account, ask questions. Accountability is important, but so is understanding how business actually works. Red flag number 7, you want to scale before we have proven what works. Paid acquisition requires data. We launch, see how the market responds, review which creative gets attention, measure inquiry cost and lead quality, follow the sales process, and then optimize. I do not panic over one day of data, and I do not want you doing that either. The goal is not to throw money at Meta and pray. The goal is to learn what works, establish the economics, and scale intelligently. Once we understand what goes into the process and what comes out, we can have a real business conversation about capacity, bottlenecks, providers, closers, and front desk training. That is scaling. Red flag number 8, you are still operating like the technician while saying you want to be the CEO. You may want consistent high revenue months, a booked out clinic, another location, or a business that runs without you. But a different business requires different acquisition, sales, team structure, systems, budget, and leadership. If every lead, consultation, difficult sales conversation, decision, and problem comes back to you, you do not have the business you are saying you want yet. That is okay. But we need to be honest about what has to change. This perspective is not theory for me. I was brought into a plastic surgery practice for an in-person diagnostic. I interviewed leadership, front desk, clinical, sales, and operations because I wanted the real picture. I identified what was working, what was not, and where the gaps were, then built around those gaps. That experience shaped how I look at businesses now. I do not want to assume your problem is ads simply because I happen to sell ads. Maybe you need more leads. Maybe follow-up is the problem. Maybe sales, training, the offer, or the owner bottleneck needs attention. If I think that, I am going to tell you, because I would rather diagnose the right problem than sell you the wrong solution. Before our call, come with questions. Challenge me. Ask about the numbers, what I think is broken, and what I would change. I want an educated business owner sitting across from me. I do not need you to blindly agree, but I do need you to be open to looking at your business differently. Ask yourself who you need to become to lead the next version of this clinic, what you need to stop personally controlling, what infrastructure needs to exist, and what numbers you need to understand. Growth will never be completely risk-free, and no ethical marketing company can remove every variable. What we can do is make intelligent decisions, measure them, learn quickly, build systems, improve the economics, and scale what works. That is how I operate. On the call, I will tell you if you need more leads, a better sales process, or a different solution. And if I do not think Aesthetic Accelerator is the right next move for your clinic, I will tell you that too. I am not interested in winning every sale. I am interested in finding clinic owners who want to build businesses where the numbers make sense, the systems support growth, and the owner is prepared to lead the business they are becoming. Come to the call thinking about where you are going, not only where you are. If there is a fit, we will map out what getting there looks like. I am excited to meet you. I will see you on the call.